Okay, Anura, I think you first must be late for you. 1 o'clock, I think, isn't it?
No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
2
Ajahn.
o'clock
Yeah.
on daylight saving time, huh?
Not yet. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
daylight saving time.
Yeah. How are you, Ajahn? Yeah.
Good. How do you manage to stay up so late?
No, because I wake up, I put alarm and then wake up around
I see.
1
Okay.
o'clock, do some meditation.
Good.
It's become a practice as well now.
Are you working or are you retired?
I'm working as I'm a registered engineer and project manager. I manage product development.
What type of engineer?
I'm an electronics engineer.
Electronics engineer.
I am a registered engineer as well as a project manager, so I do product development and a lot of stress because of that.
I studied as a civil engineer, but I never work as a civil engineer.
I've been reading your book now, so.
I see. Okay. So, do you have any question today?
Yes, I have one question, Ajahn. So, I've been practicing a lot recently, and during work days, I try to do at least 1 or 2 hours, and it has been really good. I was able to calm my breath, and maybe I could achieve some sort of a samadhi. But on some days, it's nearly impossible to calm or even to remind myself to say Buddha or mantra. And mostly, I think, due to the work stress or other reasons. So, is there any? I would like to receive some guidance or some advice to overcome this sort of disruptions.
You have to use wisdom to accept that this is anicca. So if you can accept it, then you won't have much disappointment or stress arising from it. It's like when you are forced by condition. Driving, if you drive on the freeway, you can go much faster than you're driving on the ordinary road. So this is, for lay people, it's like driving on the ordinary road. And for monks, for the ordained, they're like driving on the freeway. So you want to get on the freeway, you have to become a monk or live like a monk.
Yeah.
Then you won't have no traffic jam, no traffic intersection and so forth to deal with. But as long as you still have to work, live as a lay person, this is normal. That your days can be good someday and can be bad someday because due to the working conditions, due to the workload and the things, the problem you have to deal with, and also your mindfulness can be on and off also. So this would contribute to your uncertainty in your practice. So expect this, so you don't get disappointed or get annoyed when you're not moving like some other days. Just have to accept like going fishing. You don't know how many fish you're gonna catch each time you go fish, right?
Yeah.
Just take what you get. That's what I mean, and try to reduce the amount of contact or engagement as much as possible, and also try to train yourself in mindfulness as much as possible. That's the only thing you can do. Other than that, you just have to accept the conditions of things around you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn. Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes we expect so much. We want to put in a lot of effort, but sometimes our effort can be thwarted by these conditions and our lack of mindfulness. Some days are good and some days are not so good.
Yeah.
Just take them as they come. Just accept it. It's like a roller coaster. Some days when you're rolling down a slope, it's moving very fast. But when you have to move up the slope, then you kind of have to slow down.
Good analogy. Yes.
Okay, but don't give up. Just try to push on. Try to maintain your schedule as much as possible.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Alvin from Kuala Lumpur, you're next.
Good evening, Ajahn. Ajahn, I don't have any question.
No question yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe later on. How Lim, how about you? From Malaysia also.
Yes, good day to you, Ajahn. Yes, I have a question today on Dana food offering. Recently, there are many festivals around, and neighbor and friends have a lot of extra fresh fruits to give away, so that I could bring it to do Dana offering at the temple. But I always have been concerned whether the fruits which was given to me has been used like certain worship prior to that, or it will also be fine for me to just to don't think so much as it's part of the offering.
The fruits they don't know anything. They still remain fruits. Durian will still remain durian no matter what you do with it. So as long as it can be eaten by the monk, the receiver, then it's okay.
Okay, yeah, those fruits are really good. Yeah, so now I know what to do next.
As
Thank
long
you,
as
Ajahn.
as long as they belong to you, you don't go steal or beg. Don't even beg for things to go to give dana.
Correct.
Because you're not getting anything. You're just doing it for somebody else.
Yes.
But if they gave it to you and it belongs to you, and you want to give it away, then you are reaping the benefit of dana.
Yeah, because I really could not finish so much of fruit, so I just put it in the fridge, because I'm not sure whether I should really bring it over as part of the dana food offering. And now I know what to do next. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, good.
I do.
Next, Kenneth from Switzerland. He's another engineering professor.
Hello, Ajahn.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Anything today?
Practicing is a bit better this week. We have a 1 week vacation for Easter.
Oh yes, coming up this Friday. Yeah?
Coming up, Easter is on Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, Easter.
Yeah.
Good Friday.
Good Friday, yeah. So in the practice, I've been contemplating a bit on the source of dukkha and trying to look at the cravings that lead to that. So using your advice on the difference between when it arises in real time and not real time. So
anytime you feel unhappy, you have dukkha. The fundamental truth is manifesting itself already. Anytime you feel stressful, anxious, worry, agitated, these are all signs of dukkha.
Yeah. So this is the kind of line I'm working on at the moment. I don't really have any specific questions on that at the moment. But
try to reduce your expectation with everything, not only people or things, even the weather, the conditions around you, the traffic, whatever you're involved in. Don't expect anything from them. Treat them like the weather.
Yeah.
Then you won't have much stress, because then you can assimilate them into your mind. But if you try to have any wishes, wants the traffic to be good, or wants this or that thing to be good, and it's not good, then you can become anxious, agitated. So just try to flow with the world, I guess, the world. Everything that you come into contact with, just flow with it in harmony. Don't try to be in conflict.
Yeah.
Because you cannot change it anyway, right?
Yeah.
You cannot change them. They just come, and this is the way it is. Like a fixed menu. So you just take them, whatever soup they give you, whatever main course they give you, just take it. It's a set menu. Life is like that, it's a set menu. Don't order a la carte.
No.
This is what we call sandon. The Buddha say santosa, meaning just to be thankful for what you get, or what you have. Just
Yeah.
take them as they come along. Don't be choosy, and your mind can be a lot more peaceful. But as soon as you become choosy, you get into a problem. Oh, whether I should take this red color or blue color, whether I look better with the red or blue. You just getting yourself agitated unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Just take them. Like monks, we go on our arms round. We don't choose. You give me whatever you want to give, and I choose what I get. I can choose what I get once I got it, but I cannot choose before that.
Yeah.
I cannot ask you to get me pizza today or hamburgers tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ajahn, thank you very
Then
much.
there will be less dukkha, because your dukkha arises from you and being choosy. You want this, you want that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
I
at.
once read a poem or a little saying in English. They say that humans are stupid. They don't know what they want. When it's hot, they want it cold. When it's cold, they want it hot. Always wanting something that is not.
Okay, that's a good one. I'll remember that one.
Yeah. I think I saw it. It's a little sign they sell in a souvenir shop or something like that. Just to remind people, how stupid we are.
Yeah.
Always want something that is not there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that one. That's a good one to remember.
Yeah. I think that's real Buddhist philosophy based on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, Daniel. Thank you.
Next, Forrest Tong from Massachusetts. Hi, Forrest.
Hi, Ajahn. Thank you for sharing that poem. It's good wisdom. I'm working on trying to stop dukkha while I'm working, or after I'm working. I generally feel some dukkha. So when I try to stop it, then I notice that there's usually some tension in my body. And then if I try to stop the tension, then there's kind of an unpleasant feeling. So I'm just wondering if this is the correct way to practice.
When you said dukkha, you mean in your mind?
In my mind, yeah.
Well,
like I feel agitated when I'm working, or I feel agitated after I'm working.
That's because you are expecting something in your work. So that's craving or desire. So you should not expect anything. You just do your work and get whatever you can get from your work.
Okay.
Then you won't be agitated. But when you expect you have to get this done and you're not getting it done, then you can become upset. Just do what you can and accept what you get from what you do. Then you won't have any stress. Your stress comes from your desire, your cravings, or your want. Let's put it that way. You want this and want that, and when you cannot get what you want, you can become agitated or stressful.
Okay. Yeah.
So in order to deal with your mental stress, you have to go to the Four Noble Truths. Say, now I'm having stress, and the Buddha says, come from the three cravings. Which one is it that's creating stress right now? And then try to get rid of it. Sometimes all three of them comes up at the same time. You want to go to a movie, you cannot go to a movie, you can become stressful. You want to get a raise, you're not getting a raise. You don't want to get sick and you happen to get a cold. So maybe all three of them can come up at the same time. So you have to use wisdom to search, to analyze the cause of your stress, and then use wisdom to let go of your cravings. Accept things as they come, because they are anatta. You cannot force them. to be what you want them to be.
Sometimes when I'm able to stop the cravings temporarily, then I kind of feel like a ghost, like I don't really exist anymore. I don't know if this is correct or I should just ignore it.
Oh, it doesn't matter how you feel. As
Okay.
long as you feel good, that's all you need to worry about. Whether you feel good or you feel bad. When you feel bad, you're a bad ghost. So it doesn't matter. Whether you
Okay.
feel good, then you're a good ghost. So it doesn't matter how you feel. It's just your imagination. Your mind likes to imagine all sort of things.
Mhm.
But what you want to watch is the good or bad feeling that you're creating in your mind itself. That's what you want to deal with.
Mm.
So just know that bad feelings come from your desire, from your defilements. Good feeling come from the elimination or the stopping of your defilements. That's all. It's basic, simple. That's the Four Noble Truths
Okay.
in a nutshell. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Mudita, you want to talk today from Bangkok? Okay.
Okay. Good evening,ค่ะท่านพระอาจารย์
Go ahead.
Okay, my question, I would like to ask you about lopa, tosa, and moha, whether these three part of tanha or defilement, or they are caused by tanha.
They are kilesa, they are defilements, all three of them. And basically, if you arrange them, the first one is moha. Delusion comes first. Once you have delusion, then you start to have greed. And when you cannot get what you want, you get angry, tosa. So we want to go to the source of greed and anger, and which is delusion, by replacing delusion with wisdom. By seeing everything as being three characteristics. Once you see them as being three characteristics, then you don't want anything. Because whatever you want there will become dukkha sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And when you have no greed, then you will have no anger.
Okay.
So the whole practice is to get rid of delusion.
Right.
That's what wisdom is about. Vipassana, to see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you'll stop your greed, because you don't want to have any dukkha, because everything that you crave for all will give you dukkha sooner or later.
Right.
Because it's impermanent. They are impermanent. And they are anatta. You cannot control them. Force them to be permanent. Once you see anything as three characteristics, you see the three characteristics in anything, then you'll stop your desire for them.
Right. Okay. ท่านพระอาจารย์ I would like to know if this delusion moha is the same as avijja.
Yes.
Okay.
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay, ค่ะท่านพระอาจารย์ And may I ask one last question for today? Last year I stopped watching all kinds of entertainment for 3 months or a few months, and then I could not do that anymore. I went back and then and watch TVs and things like that, and then I feel bad for doing it, but I enjoy doing it. So I would like to know how I can sustain this kind of defilements.
You just have to look at it being dukkha sooner or later.
Right.
You're gonna get dukkha when you cannot watch the movies or when you cannot watch any entertainment. Then dukkha can then become obvious to you, come to you. But as long as you can still watch or entertainment, then but that's the saying that there's an end to a party. The party doesn't last forever. So sooner or later, either you run out of money to buy any entertainment, your body cannot no longer sustain your craving because you're getting old, or when you're getting sick, or you become paralyzed, or when you become incapacitated, then the desire for entertainment can cause you to have dukkha. And
Right.
if you don't have no desire for entertainment, then you won't feel any dukkha when you cannot have any entertainment. So you have to look at entertainment as being anicca, not permanent, not always there.
All right. Yeah.
Because you need the body, you need money sometimes, and you need the things that entertain you. So when the three things are not available to you, then what do you have? Loneliness.
Right. So I should be doing mindfulness instead of watching entertainment.
Yeah, you
right?
should meditate instead.
Yeah. All right.
That's your real entertainment.
Yes. That's right. Okay.
You don't have to depend on other people to entertain you. You can entertain yourself.
Right. Okay. I will try harder this time.
Okay.
Okay. My family and I will go and pay respect to you soon, ค่ะ ท่านพระอาจารย์
All right.
Okay ค่ะ See you. Thank you ค่ะ
Okay. Gokseng, you are next from Singapore.
Ajahn, yeah, I actually have thought of a question, and this question happens to be quite similar to what Mudita was saying. And that was last few days, including yesterday, I was actually chasing a TV drama series. And after that, sometimes then after that, it occurs to me that why am I chasing this drama series? And then it occurs to me that Ajahn mentioned about the 8 precepts, and one of which is refrain from entertainment. And so today when there is the Zoom meeting, so I tell myself, oh, I have to stop this, stop chasing this drama series, and I put myself out, watch this drama series. And and it comes to my realization that this mind, this mind wants entertainment. So my question is, so sometimes how do we curb this desire of the mind wanting to have some kind of entertainment? That's my question, Ajahn.
You have to replace it with a different type of entertainment, meditation. See. Once you can meditate, you'll find that you are more entertained. It's more entertaining to meditate than to watch a movie or TV series. See, your mind is constantly craving for sensual pleasure, and watching a movie is one of the sensual pleasure. Besides drinking, eating, listening to music, these are all sensual pleasure that is driving your mind to take rebirth after rebirth. After you die, this sensual pleasure will push your mind to go look for a new body. And then once you have the body, as soon as you can use it, you go after the sensual pleasures. It never stops. You're like an addict to sensual pleasures. If you want to overcome this addiction, you have to have something to replace it. And the Buddha said, discover that meditation or calming your mind in jhana is the best alternative, and it is free. You don't need to spend money. It's not relying on your body or on the sensual objects. You can always have it anywhere, anytime, once you know how to do it. And then once you do this, then you can give up all your sensual cravings. Because you use wisdom and you see that sensual objects are impermanent. Sometimes you can have it, sometimes you cannot have it. Or if you have it all the time, you get bored. You want something different. You watch the same movie a few times, you don't want to watch it anymore. And you cannot get a new movie, and then you don't know what to do. So don't rely on anything to make you happy except calming your mind with mindfulness. Okay? All right, Philip and Adeline, you're next from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajahn. I got a question with regards to meditation. This is regards to the breath meditation. I've noticed that sometimes I notice what is it? It's at the immediate present moment of the mind noticing the breath. It's like a split second after the breath, and it happens like a loop like that. But the mind goes into a more and more deeper point of focus. But you know that loop keeps on noticing that breath that just has happened just maybe a split second ago, where the mind is looking at that breath. Has the concentration moved away, or what should I do? I mean, it just happens, and then I'll just keep on looking and looking until it goes into a point of everything gets cut off. As I told you before, if I have this experience before, like the senses get cut off again, the feelings get cut off again. It just goes into a very blank space.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's samadhi, emptiness.
So it's natural to get all the sense door to like cut away. I mean, the thing I can explain to people is like, if you're playing competitive sport, right, and if you're concentrating on shooting an arrow, everything starts to blank out, and you are just only focusing to the arrow. I mean, that's the I mean, maybe the lay word that I can explain, but it's not exactly what it is.
That's focusing. You're focusing on one thing, right, which is your breath.
Yes.
By focusing, you stop thinking eventually.
Yes.
When your mind stops thinking, when your mind becomes empty,
yes,
peaceful and happy. That's it.
But it does sometimes notice the immediate present moment of the breath, of the mind looking at the breath just a moment ago.
Well, it means you're not completely calm yet. See? When you're completely calm, then even the noticing of the breath will no longer be there. Okay. And sometimes even all the sensual objects can disappear, and all that is left just the knowing.
That happens quite a fair bit, especially now. It happens quite a fair bit more often.
You don't need to analyze anything when you do samadhi. Samadhi is to stop everything, even analyzing samadhi itself. Don't analyze. Just be aware.
I think the only fear that I have is that I'm just afraid that I'm falling asleep. But it's actually not falling asleep, but it's just.
You have to be quite aware, really. If it's samadhi, you just like you and me right now. We just happen to stop talking, and the mind become calm and empty, so and peaceful and happy. But the knowing is there, the consciousness, the wakefulness is there. You should know. If you are doubtful, then it means you probably fall asleep. It's very obvious, Samadhi is very obvious. If you're not sure, then it's probably you're half awake or half asleep.
So it's a very, I mean, it can be common, right, for the senses to start disengaging.
To start what?
Disengaging.
Engaging.
I mean, I mean, you understand, you hear what is noise, but don't understand what is noise. Feeling as feelings and.
Sometimes you can still feel the sensual objects, but your mind just not giving it any attention anymore. Just like things around you. When you concentrate on your work, sometimes when you're so concentrated, people doing things around you, and you don't even feel anything toward them.
Yes.
That's what you get when you're fully concentrated. Sometimes you can still feel the sensual objects here, or feel the body, for instance, but your mind is not disturbed by them. It's what we want. We want to have the mind to be stable and not disturbed by anything. That's what you get when you get ubekha. So you don't need to this thing. You don't need to analyze. Especially when you practice, you don't analyze. Just watch. Just keep watching like you're watching a TV show or something like that, and hope that you get to the end soon, which is emptiness. When everything, all action stop, and just the word "the end" comes up.
Okay.
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 Well, let me go to Claudia. Claudia, you're next from Germany, from Nuremberg.
Good afternoon from Germany. Yeah, I have, so first of all, I hope that all of you are doing well. And today I have a remark and a
Can you
question.
speak a bit louder?
Yes. So can you hear me better now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Today I have a remark and a question. So my remark is, once again, I want to thank you for your words of wisdom when it came last week to our discussion about the corona vaccine. I got it last week. I got it on Wednesday. And your words, I wrote it down because they were so important to me. You said that the developers spend so much effort to protect us from the virus, and what are we waiting for? So you said this to all of us, and your words gave me such a feeling of peace before I got the vaccine.
But you know, I get one feedback from a person through email. He's protesting my recommendation.
Oh
He said
no.
that,
Oh, it was so good because it gave me such a deep feeling of gratitude to all the doctors who were with me. So I said last week I was talking about that I suffered a severe side effect from a vaccine 13 years ago. And your words gave me so much peace and confidence that I took the corona vaccine. I took it very well. I had almost no side effect, nothing, almost nothing.
but I've been protested by this person. He said I shouldn't be saying this sort of things. Because he said that he or she said there are two sides to the story.
Okay.
So I said I don't know about the other side of the story.
Okay, so my side of the story was very positive. I felt very much gratitude, and I'm well after the vaccine. And I have another question that is maybe also a little related to the spread of the virus. So my question is, so when we human beings, for example, destroy nature. So there's a theory that this virus was also spread because nature is destroyed. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but is this, when we destroy nature, we human beings, when we destroy nature and we suffer the effects of destroyed nature, is this something like a collective karma?
No, it's not. It's the working of nature. See? Nature are causes and effects. This thing caused something else to happen, and when something else happens, it's causing something else to happen. Mm-hmm. So in nature or science, it's all about cause and effects. These are physical ones. It has nothing to do with our karma, which is more cause effects mentally. Our collective karma is that we happen to be born in this world at the same time.
Okay. Okay. Because I didn't know if I confuse karma with cause and effect.
The karma is cause and effect, but it's not the physical one. It's mental cause and effect.
Now I understand. Okay.
When we talk about karma, we talk about the mental cause and effect.
Okay.
You think you want to have a Pepsi, then you go get a Pepsi. So this cause and effect already.
Mm-hmm.
You might think, and then you go and get Pepsi. So when you drink Pepsi, you get something else up from it.
Okay. And the karma we talk about is the mental cause
karma,
and
but done through the body, like good or bad karma. Like you want to donate some money to a charity, this is good karma.
yeah.
But if you want to steal money from somebody else, this is bad karma.
Okay.
And the result is the feeling inside yourself, in the mind itself. When you do good karma, you feel good.
Yeah.
When you do bad karma, you feel bad. See, this is karma. Has nothing to do with the physical world.
Okay.
Not directly anyway, but our karma can sometimes cause things in the physical world.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like when we create wars, killing, and we have to manufacture things, this deal with nature. They come from our karma, our cravings. Our craving is the one that destroys nature, because we want to have this and that. So we have to then dig into the soil to get minerals, cut the trees, and so forth. So we are like we're pumping oil from the ground up and then use it to create more heat to affect the earth. These are the consequence of our mental karma, our cravings.
Okay. Now I understand.
But they're not so important. The real important is the karma that caused you good or bad feeling that you should be watching for. The other consequent, they are peripheral. They're not so important.
Mm-hmm.
If you do good karma, then generally you will not hurt nature.
Yeah.
Good karma, besides giving to charity, also meditation is good karma.
Mm-hmm.
Once you meditate, then you don't need much, you don't use much physical things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is very clear to understand. So I thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Is that all? You have remarks and questions right here. Okay.
For today, it's all.
All
So,
right.
okay, thank you.
So you have taken your first shot.
Yes, I've taken my first shot and I took it better than I thought.
You feel protected now. You feel you can be safe now. Is that what they guarantee you when you take the shot?
I don't know if I'm completely safe. It was the first shot, and currently the feeling I have most is this gratitude, because I realized how many people were on my side and helping me with my fear, because I had this bad side effect 13 years ago, and I feel so grateful for all the people who cared for me so good, because the doctors cared for me in the center, that the same doesn't happen again as it happened before, and they took so much time for me, and my parents-in-law cared for me. They told me I have to be in care for 24 hours. I mustn't be alone. And also friends in Dhamma cared for me. One of this friend she was a nurse, and I received so much help and so much care that currently I feel much more gratitude than this is more important to me currently than the idea to be safe now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. All right, then let me go to Sri and check from Vancouver. I heard you have some stabbing in your city, huh?
Oh wow, Ajahn, you heard about it too, eh?
Yeah.
It was in the library and area, unfortunately.
Anywhere close to your place?
No, it's quite far actually. It's
Okay.
about 40 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
It's North Vancouver.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think Sui has a question. I think.
Oh, Hello, Tan Ajahn. The other day I have discussion with a Czech, talk about like for those people like who are willing to be tamed by Buddha, by the teaching of Buddha, right? And for those, like for others, like who are not willing to be tamed by the teaching of Buddha, like what is the reason behind that?
Well, just like people who want to take the vaccine or not vaccine, everybody have their own opinion of things. So it's a matter of being informed, being informed correctly or not correctly. If you're informed correctly, then you have samadhi, right view. If you are informed incorrectly, then you have mithya, wrong view. So it depends on the source of your information, where you get your information from. So according to the Buddha, if you want to get the right source of information, you have to go to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Study the Dhamma. If you are not yet convinced or not yet ready to accept his teaching, he doesn't force you or he wants anything from you. He just give you an offer, give you something, an alternative to your old way of life. I have found a new way. If you like, you can study about it first. If you're not sure, what would you get if you want you follow my way. So you have to study if you want to be convinced by his teaching, that his teaching is the way to real happiness.
Okay. So even for those who have studied, like, but still feel the same, that means like
Well, they go halfway. Once you study, the next thing is you have to prove what you study. Like go and take the medicine from your doctor. Then you have to prove that whether your doctor is giving you the right medicine or not by taking the medicine. If you take the medicine, given the medicine and you don't take it, what's the point? You won't know whether this medicine will take care of your sickness or not. So that's why you have to first study. Study is like taking the medicine from the Buddha. Once you got the medicine, then you have to take the medicine, put it in your body. The Buddha's teaching is the mental medicine. You have to put it in your mind. And the way to get into your mind is to do the practice. Charity, dana, sila, bhavana. These are the way to get the Dhamma into your system, to get rid of your dukkha, which is a disease caused by your germs. The germs are your defilement. Your defilements are mental germs. And your stress is your mental illness. And the Dhamma practice is the taking of the medicine, the Dhamma medicine. But if you don't want to take that step, then no one can force you, and you will never know whether the Buddha's teaching is good or not for you. So you just like the medicine you've taken from your doctor. He said, take this medicine and your illness will be over in a few days' time. You want to wait, or what you want to do, just, you don't take it, you don't know, and you keep remaining sick forever. The sickness won't go away by itself. You need to take the medicine to get rid of this sickness. You need to get rid of dukkha by taking the medicine, the Dhamma, the Noble Eightfold Path, reduced to the three practice of charity, morality, and meditation.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about yourself or someone else?
No, someone else. Like we just.
It's not your business to worry about them.
yeah, but that's okay. Knows me.
If they don't want to, you cannot force them. What can you do?
Yeah.
They might think you're fanatic. They might think you're a religious fanatic.
Yeah. It's just like, interesting, like even know the Dhamma, right? But okay, is that like think too much like sometimes? So just like what you're saying, right? We know the medicine, but sometimes people think too much, like is it good or bad, like without going to
Just
the practice.
take it, prove it. You take it, and then you'll find out. You don't have to ask yourself whether it's good or bad. You'll know for sure once you take the medicine.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a religious fanatic, Ajahn.
Yeah, we are not. We're just curious.
I like your teaching about Santosa, Ajahn, with Kenneth. Really, really good teaching just now. And the poem.
You have any question?
No, but I did have a little, I have some dukkha before the session, and after hearing that teaching with Kenneth, it's like so soothing. Like it's, right away the mind changed and so happy again. So Ajahn is like your Dhamma is like
Like water for the plant. The plant been without water for a few days, so you need to give it a little water. Once you get water, then it becomes refreshed.
Yeah, it's very, very healing.
That's why our teachers, the forest tradition teachers, they see it's a must for them to constantly giving Dhamma talks to their students, because after a few days, the Dhamma will disappear from the mind, and they will be overcome by the defilements. So they have to be recharged with more Dhamma again. So when you feel bad, it's the result of your defilements, and you let your defilement overwhelm your mind. You forgot about the Dhamma. So when you listen to the Dhamma talk, then this Dhamma can then get rid temporarily of some of your defilement that have been overwhelming your mind. So you feel refreshed, you feel better.
Yeah,
You're
I try to
energized. You're
myself.
energized to do Dhamma talk, to do more Dhamma practice.
I try to teach myself, Ajahn, but it's not effective. Like, but you just say a few words, and it's like right away. It's like, wow. I teach myself for like hours, and then it's not really like. But when you just say 1 or 2 words, with
Maybe you're addicted to my words.
I'm a fanatic.
That's considered religious fanatic.
But yeah, I don't know. It really works for me. It's very, very soothing and healing.
Okay.
I know I shouldn't be relying on you, but like still very thankful.
Well, if it's still helpful, but eventually you want to rely on yourself. But when you cannot yet rely on yourself, you still have to rely on your teacher. Yeah. But eventually you want to be able to rely on yourself, on your own, stand on your own.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to B from Bangkok. Hi, B.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, good evening, Ajahn. I have one question today. I was reading through one of Luang Ta Mahabua's books, and he mentioned about the 4 satipatthana, or the 4 foundations of mindfulness. I'm not entirely sure what they are, so maybe could Ajahn please elaborate and how I can use them to practice on my meditation.
Well, actually, it's better if you read the book, read the sutta itself. Just search the 4 foundations of mindfulness, and they have in English translation or Thai translation. But it simply deals with the practice of mindfulness, foundation of mindfulness. First, you want to develop mindfulness by being mindful of your body movement. This is one alternative. Or you can use another alternative, which is mindfulness of the mantra. This is the first step in the 4 foundation of mindfulness. And once you have mindfulness, then when you have the time to meditate, then you sit down, close your eyes, and then use your breath as your object of meditation. And these are step by step, and each step doesn't take 1 hour to the next. It can be 10 years or 20 years for some people, you know. So first you want to have mindfulness so that when you sit in meditation, you can get into the fourth jhana. How long that takes, I don't know, for each individual. Some people can do it in 5 minutes. Some people do it 5 years. Some people never achieve them, even have been practicing for 20 years. So I just want to give you the pictures, because sometimes when you read the book, you feel like, oh, just step by step. I do this and I get this. I get this and I get this. Yes, you can get it, but it doesn't matter how long and you can get it before you can get it. So basically, first you have to be quite mindful. Your mind should be able to stay in the present most of the time and not wandering into the past or into the future. Yeah. And then when you can control your thought to stay in the present and not thinking, or think only when you really have to. Then when you meditate, then you can really have continuous mindfulness, watching your breath or continuous mantra, whichever method you use. Then you might be able to get into jhana very quickly, 5 to 10 minutes. And once you're in jhana, you want to keep it in there for as long as possible. And when you come out, you want to continue on practicing mindfulness again, so that you can go back into jhana again. So your whole goal right now is to go back into jhana. Only come out when you cannot remain in jhana, because your mindfulness has waned, has become weak, has weakened. So you want to come back and develop more mindfulness. And also you might have to engage in some important essential work, like maintain your body, or keeping your place clean and so forth. But once you have nothing to do, then you want to go back into the jhana again. You want to do this until you become proficient. You can enter anytime you want. And when you come out, your mind remains calm and neutral for most of the time. Then the next step is to study the body, the feeling, and the mental states of mind, to see them all as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. This is the third step of wisdom. So this is basically what the fourth foundation of mindfulness is. The fourth foundation we call the Dhamma. These are the Dhamma that you want to develop in your mind, like mindfulness, jhana, and diligence, so forth. You have to read the sutta to get the full picture. This is basically what I can summarize to you. Okay?
So it's a continuous process.
Oh yes, it's like going to university, going from bachelor degree to master and eventually to the doctorate, the PhD. That's when you stop. But once you get your PhD, then you have fully complete the course.
Oh, I see. So it's what I think what Thanajan once mentioned, that to be mindful all the time when we get up, when we are eating, when we are walking.
That's the first step.
It's sometimes difficult. Sometimes I realize, whoop, my mind's gone again. I have to pull it back and okay, what am I doing?
That's the nature of your mind right now. So
Yes.
You have to develop it into a more mindful mind. You can develop, but you have to push yourself. You cannot expect it to come. Mindfulness doesn't come naturally. You have to push. You have to create it by forcing yourself to keep reciting the mantra or forcing yourself to keep concentrate on what you're doing with your body. Then you will have mindfulness that way. Sometimes you need external source to force you, like going to a fearful place. When you're fearful, you tend to be more mindful than when you're not fearful. When you start to think about ghosts, then you want to stop thinking. So you keep reciting a mantra or do some chanting. Then you become mindful. You stop your mind from thinking about ghosts. And when you stop thinking about the ghost, then the fear disappears. Then your mind becomes calm. So you need to force yourself, and you also need other things to force yourself to get to mindfulness. Normally, or else you won't get mindfulness easily, especially if you're living in a safe environment. Your mindfulness don't come up easy that way. When you live under stressful environment and you want to keep your mind calm, then you need to use mindfulness to calm your mind. But if you're in a safe environment, your mind's already calm, so you don't need to use mindfulness. But when you are in an unsafe environment, then your mind starts to be agitated and restless. And then you need to have mindfulness to calm your mind. That's why monks or meditators go into an unsafe environment, like going to the cemetery or going to the deep forest alone by themselves to have the environment to force them to practice mindfulness.
So that's where the effort comes in, effort to have to develop mindfulness.
That's right, because if you don't, then you can go crazy because of the fear in your mind. Or you will not be able to remain where you are. You want to go back to a safer environment. Like I said, I have some people who never practiced in the forest, and they came and they want to try for a night. And one of them can stay only until about 8 p.m. After that, he said he can no longer remain because everything seems to be so fearful around him. There's so many things that coming up in his mind, to the point where he can no longer remain normal. So he said he felt just have to go home.
But fear is a mental image that our mind creates to kind of trick us into thinking that our body is in danger. But actually, if we have mindfulness, we will be able to ignore that. Is that right?
You can stop it from generating this fear by stop thinking about things that can harm you. Like when you're in the forest, you would say, "Oh, is there a snake coming? Or is there a tiger or something coming?" If you're fearful, of course, you start thinking about ghosts. But when you're in a safe environment like now, you don't think about ghosts or think about tiger or snakes, because you know they cannot come to you right now, right? But when you go sit in a cemetery, you say there's a possibility that they can come and see you, meet you, and you start generating these images in your mind. Then you need mindfulness to stop it. See? If you cannot stop it, then you can go crazy with the stress, with the fear in your mind. So you have to stop it if you want to be able to remain, there without having to run away. If you run away, it means you can no longer take the stress or the fear inside your mind, and you don't know how to subdue it.
Yep, that's very clear, Thanajan. Thank you very much for the explanation. I will go and try it out.
Next, Tony Chan. Tony, are you a man or? Oh yeah, okay. Tony, where are you
Hi,
from?
Ajahn. Malaysia.
From? Malaysia. Okay.
I have no question, Ajahn.
No question. All right.
Yeah.
Next, Katrina from Australia, from Noosa, Australia. How are you, Katrina?
Hi, Ajahn. Ajahn. Hi, I'm good.
You got any question?
Yeah, I'm thinking of going to sit a course of Vipassana meditation, the Goenka courses. I used to do them a lot, and I'm thinking of going and doing one, but I get a bit I don't really like doing how they teach you. He wants us to move the attention through the body. I just like doing Anapana.
Yeah.
So they do Anapana for like 3 or 4 days, and then you have to start moving your attention. And I just I never want to do it, and I just normally just do Anapana, but I feel guilty. I'm not doing and they like get fanatical about it, and it's quite feels really controlling. And but I like going there because it's like a good, it's it's a nice place to be, and I get to get away and be in silence and do some meditation. But yeah, I have this conflict around that. So I like your teaching because it's sort of more broad, and it allows you more of your own integrity, and also like taking what you need to at the time. So if my mind's really busy, I can do Buddha, or like Anapana if I'm quite calm, or and they're different. It sort of doesn't but I know it's only 7 days of doing it, but
But they don't know what you do. When you meditate, when you do mindfulness, they don't know which method you're doing. So you don't have to tell them. You just do the method that you find useful for you. They don't ask you if you don't talk about it, they won't know it. And if they really ask you, then you say you find it more useful to use anapanasati or mantra rather than using the sensation. Just tell them that. I don't think
they have a really big reaction.
Yeah. They probably won't know. They don't even ask, right? They don't even care.
Well, you have to go up like twice in the 7 days and sit in front of the teacher, and they ask you how you're going with your vipassana.
Just tell them you're going fine. Your mind is calm and peaceful, and you can tell them that you're watching your sensation as being anicca. They come and go. Sometimes it's good sensation, sometimes bad sensation. This is normal for sensation. But like I said, sensation to deal with sensation effectively, you have to deal with the extreme sensation, the ones that are causing you dukkha, the ones that are causing you stress. Like when you sit for a long time, and you start to have painful feeling in parts of your body, then you want to use vipassana or mindfulness to deal with it, so that you can keep your mind calm and live with the painful feeling of the body. But normally, like the way they teach, they just want you to feel the sensation around your body from top to bottom, which they are quite mild. They don't create any stress. So, I don't know what they get from this really. If they think they can get mindfulness or jhana, they cannot get that from this type of mindfulness. To get jhana, you have to have a stationary object to focus on, like your breath, your mantra. But if you keep your mind running from top to bottom of your body, going around, you keep your mind working, and it will never stop and become still. But anyway, if you have to, maybe you just continue on doing what you find useful to you.
Okay.
I don't know whether they're happy with that or not. I'm not sure. Can you find any other place where they don't force you to do any particular method, let you do your own method? And they just provide you with a quiet, peaceful environment for you to do the practice.
Yeah, not really.
Like when you came here to Wat Yan, nobody forced you to do any particular method, right?
Yeah, I know. It's so good. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing.
But I guess, like I said, this meditation courses are like set menu. They force you to take the food. You have to do this one day, you have to do that the next day, so forth. You should go to an a la carte place where you can just pick what you want to do, choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or maybe do it at home. Set up the course at home, meditation course at home. Can you do that? Can you be alone by yourself and having no one to disturb you?
No. Not really, no.
Your son is still living with you? Or?
Yeah, I have 3 children, my husband.
Your son, the one who came, he had problem with his foot, right? Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay now.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Just thinking also about I get lonely sometimes, and I know like in the Buddhist community where you are, like you have a strong community of people who provide, like maybe there's not a lot of interaction, but there's still like this sense of community, and like there must be some sense of comfort, like from, you know, like the monks and your community, and you have a lot of interaction with the town, like doing the alms rounds, and yeah, like it's really beautiful of that community. And I just like sometimes I feel like a bit isolated, and like yeah, like it's a bit weird, like how I live. And
yeah, because you don't live in a Buddhist country. See?
Yeah.
When you in Buddhist country, everybody know the purpose of the practice, what to do.
Yeah.
But in a different country, they don't understand the concept of giving to charity, giving food to monks, and helping each other. They thought this is weakness. You know? In a more advanced society, they think everybody has to help themselves to the point where they become disregarding other people's need. You know? But anyway, just tricks. Maybe you should move to Thailand one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Maybe come back again for a visit.
Yeah. I have to get the vaccine.
Okay. Next, Gek Yen So, I think, from Penang. Gek.
Good evening, Ajahn. Nice to see you again. No question, Ajahn. I'm listening.
Okay. Then let me go to Alexa Rue. Alexa, from the Netherlands. But
Hello.
Brazilian.
Hola. Hola, Bante.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
You listen me because
you are outside.
First time. Yes. I am a commandant. I am at my post, and watching any classes come around, I will eliminate it. So I am under the tree in the back of my house, and first time I use telephone. So a little bit exciting. Yeah, I like it. The nature in the right place, right under the tree. That's all what I need, huh?
Is it cold out there?
No, today, look, it's first day. I give you just a small view. first day everywhere sunny.
Sunny, okay.
So then I lived there in this building there where you see the hang mark hanging on the balcony. And so it's very cozy here and yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
I don't see you anymore. I don't know what's happening. You see me?
Yes, I can still see you.
But I don't see you. Doesn't matter. I remember your face. Yes, teacher. I have I hear everything you say. If I do it, it bring me there. So the orders of the general are clear. So the soldier does make have no doubts in the field. So the missions are accomplished almost full jhana, but the half jhana for sure. I know how to get there, but we like you said, we want to see the show, man, not only hear it. And but also the when I was with this half jhana, then yeah, then was sometimes that my mind was searching inside, so my skeleton, my heart, my lungs, and the breathing. I started to follow the breathing, and wherever I could go, I could see the structure, so I could see it was not me. And but I said to myself, well, what you are looking for is the jhana and not to wisdom yet, not vipassana. So I came back to the focus to the breathing, and then I had another doubt. Shall I focus on the? I think so. That's the point. Inside nostrils, on the tip of the nose, but inside nostrils, and breathing in and breathing out. Because sometimes, like baby breathing. Okay, so it relaxed me a lot. But I think the for the jhana is focus on the top of the nostrils, right?
Yes, just focus on the nostril at the tip of your nose.
Even forget investigation in the body,
No,
right?
yeah, don't think, just watching. Just knowing.
Yeah, and must be
no thinking, just knowing.
And must be kind of relaxed, not annoyed by focusing in the nostrils. And must be kind of relaxed, right?
Yeah, don't become tense. Just be natural.
Yeah. Sometimes it became very agitated, the breathing, and going, disappear, and then come back slowly. So I have to stick to it, right? To this flow.
Yeah, just watch. Just keep watching the breath in and out at the tip of your nose, and disregard everything else that comes up.
Yeah, that's from the beginning. 5 years ago, when you said, just say Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto the old day on, and then I get the first jhanas. Then I first didn't know half jhanas, although I did not knew it was half jhana. But I could feel pain, but the pain I didn't feel anymore, and didn't feel my body very little bit, you know. And the breathing was far away, and yeah. So, but so I know if I follow it, so what I did the day before yesterday, no, yesterday, and from the morning 4 o'clock I'm awake most of times, and then sitting or standing or laying and sitting again, all bringing the mindfulness back, and it comes stronger, 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 stronger. And then there I get hit the half jhana. So that's the way I know. But then I have to make my food. I have to do this, do that, da, 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 da. Okay, that's point number one. Point number two is that my neighbors look like they don't like silence. You know, they annoy me and stamp on my head. So I had some problems last weeks, and I could manage to go through it. I asked you, you said no, you have to go through any noise, everything, you have to concentrate. And you just spoke about it. You said that rush environment we have subsided by mindfulness. So that's what I did, and I put some things in my ears, ear dots, noise cancels, and so I succeed. Okay, but the thing is that to stay, because okay, everything to reach jhana, and you said in 10 days we can reach jhana. So now it's 5 years, and I have to detach from society, friends, everything. You know, all my. So I don't feel like I'm Alex anymore, and I understood that was some character I built it up out of my ignorance, and I'm not that person anymore. I know 100%. I'm not this body. I can feel that. I can see that. So I'm building down my house. Next month, my doctor said, or next month, or the month after I get the vaccine. And one room is already empty. But I also, what I can do is to give up everything to the donation. So they come and they pick up. So I don't need to do nothing. I have to take the risk to went to another land to go to try monastery and take the risk if that they don't accept me, maybe for some reason, or for some reason I don't fit into that. Then I want to come back. That's for 1.5 years from now. I see until December, January, or not 1 year. Inside 1 year, I think I can leave this place. What would you advise to me with all those thoughts taking my mindfulness away of me?
Well, try not to think too much. Just know what you want, you have to do. Then come back and focus on the present. Do what you can do now. Don't worry too much about the future because they don't come yet. Do what you can do now in the present. You can make planning, but then don't be overwhelmed by just the thought of thinking about your planning and forgetting that you are living in the present. Some people are like that. They have planning and they keep thinking of that future day that's going to happen, and they not forget to live in the present. So you have to live in the present.
Mm-hmm.
Meditate
because
now. Meditate now. Do it now. Train yourself in mindfulness now. You don't have to wait for the future to do it. You can do it now. Tell yourself now, here and now. Okay. Don't focus too much on the future until you forget you forget the present, which is the real thing. The present is the real thing. The future is just an imagination.
Yeah, because it's so much to bring ourselves a little bit to the now, and then when you see you are already yeah, with your mind somewhere else.
Because the future, when it comes, it will be now also. See? But when when your future comes, you have a new future waiting for you again. So you keep running away from your present all the time. That's our problem. We should not run away from our present. We should stick to the present. Because the present is the only thing we have that is real, that we can do something about. The past is already gone. The future is never here. So what is is the present? Do it now. Why plan for next year, next month when you can do it now? Do it where you are.
Yeah, I have that's the thing. I don't realize it that I have all conditions. That's it. Yeah, I need somebody to tell me you. Thank you.
Right.
I remember that. I will remember that all the time.
Okay.
Like you said, because I build it up. Everything you say is like medicine most of times for me. It makes sense. You said you want to know something tasty. You told the lady like that. You want to see something nice. You want something tasty. You want something fun. You relax. That is meditation. Go meditate. That's the fun. That's the nice. That is. I start to use that to work. To don't distract with pleasure and yeah, things
Yeah.
like that.
Entertain
So
yourself by meditation rather than anything else.
yeah, it's amazing huh? that when we are there, we are peaceful. We are feeling. That's a real protection. Huh? We feel really safe.
That's right. The
Yeah.
Buddha says the best form of entertainment for us is meditation.
Yeah. I will
Okay.
take your encouragement, even like a word. Commandant, thank you very much.
All right.
Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let me go to Belinda from Singapore. Hi, Belinda. Any question today?
Yes. Some years back, a Christian friend asked me why monks beg for food with their arms go when they have arms and their legs to work. I have some ideas about why we do arms go, but at that point, I did briefly mention that by having to put down our ego, this is part of the practice in the Buddhism. So the person was a little shocked. So then I said the Buddhism is very profound. So I put it a stop because it felt then at the point the person wasn't ready to listen more. So then I just said the Buddhism's teaching is profound. So I thought today is a good time to clarify with Ajahn. So if somebody poses a question like this, how should we, what is the teaching behind? So I might have a wrong understanding.
Well, the occupation or the purpose of being a monk is to develop the mind. See? And in order to develop the mind, the monk has to be free from other occupation, like working to feed the body. So the monk depends on the generosity of the people, the giver. And it also gives the giver the chance to practice charity, which is also a way of developing the mind also. So this is why monks are not supposed to be cooking or going to work, earning money, because it will take too much time away from their mind development. With this practice of arms round, it only takes 1 hour or so to deal with the necessity of life. And besides, this is only one part of the necessity. Food, shelter, the monk lives simply. During the Buddha's time, we don't even have monastery, or we just find whatever makeshift shack or something to stay away from the rain and the sun in the forest. And the clothing the monk wear are taken from the cloth that wrap around the corpses. And they cut them up and then sew them up to make a robe. And medicine, they just rely on the urine as for medicine. So this is how monks live, in order to free themselves from the burden of making a living, like going to work and building a house, and everything will take all the time away from meditation. So that's why, and also I think during the time of the Buddha, this tradition already exists. The tradition of going for alms round, for the spiritual seeker of happiness, of spiritual happiness. They don't work. And people are happy to give to these people because they see that it's something noble, something that they themselves cannot do. Like you cannot do what I do, right? So you feel that to support me, you feel that you're supporting something noble, someone noble than you. And it gives you a chance to practice charity also. Okay? But monks don't beg. Going on arms round, we don't beg. We're not knocking on the door and saying, can you give me some food? No, we don't do that. See? We just let our parents to let you know that if you want to give, you want to practice dana today, you can do it. If you don't want to, no one will say you anything, will make you feel bad or anything like that. You know? If you don't want to give, okay, fine. Monks just keep walking through the village. And whoever wants to give, stop the monks and give them the food. If they don't get anything, okay, they might have to, tomorrow they go to a different village. But they don't beg, they don't ask you for food, for anything. This is the tradition of alms giving, not begging, it's different. Okay.
So if they ask that, because the perception from the worldly world is that, oh, why should I give you when you have arms and legs to work? That's the perception from the worldly people.
No, then they don't give. What should you worry about? There are people who give, and there are people who don't give. You know, so don't worry about them. They don't want to give. Lots of them are stingy. They don't want to give. They want to keep money for themselves, so they find excuses not to give.
A friend also, because I told my friend I went for meditation, and a friend commented that he looked down on monks because they don't work hard, because he felt that he has been working hard and the monks are not working hard.
They don't know the work of the monks.
Yes.
We keep the precept. Which can they keep the precept or not? Which is harder? What they do or what we do?
It's true. So I told him, I said, are you able to not play your computer again for many days? So I said, you don't know what's the monks' work, so you can't comment on that. So their work is not to touch a phone, not to play computer games.
Can you leave alone? Can you have no sex? Can you not drink alcohol? Can you not watch movie?
Yeah,
it's
so
how the works of the monks.
So that sort of my friend say, so just from my own retreat experience, it's not easy. Keep just 8 precepts. It's not. It can be difficult. So then I told him that the monk's job is very noble.
Yeah. The monk's job is spiritual, not physical.
Thank you, Ajahn. I got some understanding more on Armstrong.
Okay. All right. Let me say hello to Alfredo. Are you well now? Do you look better today, Alfredo? Yeah, you look good now. You have kicked the chorus, the COVID-19 down the drain.
Yes. I'm very good now.
Yeah, you sound better. You look better.
Yes. Thanks. I practice a lot of mindfulness.
Mindfulness and ubekha.
Yes, Pekka. I don't reach Jhana.
You don't have to, as long as you don't react to the virus. Just leave the virus alone, and you and the mind stay apart from the virus and the body. Leave the body alone. Let it be. Then the mind will be peaceful and not hurt by what's going on with your body.
Yes.
And this will help your body recover quickly also, because the mind doesn't put any stress on the body. Because the mind is calm and peaceful. And it allows the body to have a stronger ability to fight against the disease, against the germs of the virus.
Yes.
So you recover quickly. Do you have to go to the hospital or no? You just stay at home?
Yes, I go to hospital one time.
But not staying, just to get medicine.
Yes, the doctor I had one level 1 on COVID, you know? 25% of my is and I have lunch there, and after I goes to my house. It's very difficult days for me. For 10 days, I very bad. Not have force, not have mind. It's very good. I stay in my breath, and a calico, not future, not past, only present.
Yes.
Only present. And pass, the thing pass.
All right, good to see you well.
Thanks.
Okay. Now you're not afraid of sickness anymore, right? You know how to deal with it now.
No.
Okay. I'll talk to you again later on if you want to. Let me go to Kyuyen Duong from London.
Hello, Thanachan. I have no questions today. I'm just listening.
All right. Then let me go to Anna Garika Michelle. Anna Garika Michelle.
My respect, Thanachan.
Are you the Bethany? Not.
Yeah.
Okay. Different name.
Yeah.
You still at Wat Yannasangwararam?
Yeah, because I went to Lompo Wonchai and he said coronavirus is not finished. And so the residents are closed, cannot move from the monastery, and he do not receive people, residents to come in the monastery. So I have to wait. But on Thursday, I will go to Lompo Wat Paban Mai, Lompo Klad, to see if he will accept me and to stay at his monastery until I can go to Lompo Wonchai, because I will wish not to stay in Wat Pabantad because it's no more a place of practice.
Lots of people come for the charity more than practice.
Yeah, yes, it's all about fundraising, money, events, food, and dana, and fame, and they even want to build a big road to go to the Shedi, and also the ground is getting higher price because people want to build hotels and everything. It's terrible. Yeah. And but you know, I say I'm listening to all your talk, but I stay completely secluded in my kuti, not going nowhere, not just in the salah to eat, and even sometimes lot of time face fasting. but really it's difficult because it's all restlessness all over the place and a lot of greed for food and a lot of disturbing mental waves, you know. And
Yes,
so it's for me, it's, you know, all my body is checking inside, you know, when I am in the sala. It's when I am in my home, when I was, you know, I don't go to cafeteria because it's too noisy and everything, but for 45 minutes, distribution of food, it's as a cafeteria, you know.
yeah.
So really, it's I'm
Not
very
like
grateful.
before. It's not like before.
I'm very grateful that I can stay here because as it's a long-term monastery, and for me it's a very unique monastery in Thailand, and I feel to be home because it's a long-term monastery. But really, I'm really looking for a place where I can practice, but I have to stay in Udon because I have to go to police immigration every 3 months, you know. So I have to be in a place where I can go easy. But I don't know because Lompo Klad, I don't know him personally. I saw him here. I put food in his bowl, but he doesn't know me, so I don't know if he will accept. So I'm going to stay for 1 week. I told Lompo Sudam this morning that I will stay for 1 week, and depending if what he will say, I will empty the kuti and go there and stay there. So I don't know. I will soon know.
What about Lompo Bunmi, Ajahn Bunmi? You know him?
Lompo Bunmi, he's my granddad. Lompo Bunmi is a very sorry. He said, he would like to teach me, but he said, oh, I cannot. Why didn't you come in a Thai woman? You could speak Thai, because I cannot teach you, because I cannot speak Thai. I cannot speak English. You cannot speak Thai, and also it's a source of mal-understanding. But we are very, I wouldn't say closed, but each time I see him, I receive a lot of his metta and energy, and it's incredible. And we are in relation, you know. And but I cannot go. I cannot stay in his monastery for this reason. So Lompo Wonchai is good is that he can speak some English, and he understands it be, and there are monks who speak very well English, and some Anagarika. So it's easier. And Lompo Klad, I am not sure that there is anybody who speaks English. I know that there are some Maishi, that it's a beautiful place with the caves, but I don't know. I will see soon.
Okay.
And it's also a little bit complicated because my bodily condition, because I just had, no, I don't work with can. I got two, as you know, I told you I got many surgery. So no, I cannot go on the ground. I cannot bow down. I need a table bed and sit on a chair. So it makes things a little bit complicated for the kuti and, you know, all that. And I have to bring things with me, or I have to ask, and it's a little bit heavy.
Maybe it's better you just stay where you are now.
No, and even I don't know what will happen, because I was in the guest kuti, the one of Red Bull, you know.
Yes.
And but it was for rain retreat, because I thought that I will go to Lompo Wonchai, but no, it's nearly 1 year that I'm still in that kuti, and that kuti is for VIP. So it's normal that I don't stay here, you know, I will have to leave that kuti. And I don't know how it will happen. It will happen because they are very the problem with Kuti in the women area, and a lot of platform, and I don't know how I will manage in a platform to get a table bed and everything. And I don't know, because it's a little bit a ghetto in the women area, you know, and monks had no authority there, you know. They have their own kuti, and most of kuti are empty, and they are not in the monastery, and nobody can, you know, it's a little bit strange. Not at all as Longta wanted to be, you know, but it came. So I really don't know. But in case Lompome say I cannot stay, then I will come back here and I will see what happened.
Okay, just take it whatever comes to you.
Yeah, sure. It's, you know, I make my step, and after, you know, just let go. It doesn't depend anymore on me, but I'm very confident in Dhamma. Dhamma sustained me, and I took refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And really, it's not a vain words, because it really works.
Okay, hope the best for you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Physically and mentally. Okay. Is that all for now?
Yeah, I have no question.
Okay. Then let me go to Gary, Singapore. Gary.
Hello, Ajahn. Good evening.
Yes, how are you? Go ahead, speak.
Okay.
You got any questions?
I have no questions today.
Okay.
I have similar questions actually with Alexis, which you have answered just now, regarding anxiety about future. And thank you for the answer. So no questions for me.
Okay. Let me go to Ben from Malaysia. Hi, Ben. Kun Ben from Malaysia.
Sawadee Ajahn. Sawadee Ajahn. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Go ahead.
Today I want to ask some questions regarding my meditation or development mindfulness. Most of the time, my mindfulness is focused on my middle of forehead. But when I keep my body go to rest, the mindfulness is going to my heart chakra. So I leave there and just put and keep reciting. Is there any need to correct?
Is this when you're sitting in meditation or when you're moving around?
Sitting in the meditation.
Okay. Well, normally, you know, the Buddha said you use a mantra or you can use the breath. Don't worry about the chakra or the heart.
But it's still like I can feel with the heartbeat, like the body movement inside. Just keep like breathing lah. Just a feeling like breathing in the heart and putto. I keep with the mantra putto.
Okay, as long as your mind can remain calm and not thinking, it's okay.
Or that's okay for keeping the mantra in this way lah.
Well, try it out. See how it works for you.
So may I ask another question for Ajahn? Do you have experience before Analayo?
Analayo?
Yeah.
What do you mean, the temple? Analayo temple?
No, like Visuddhi.
Visuddhimagga.
Yeah.
You want to know the meaning of Analayo?
Do you have experience before that?
What do you mean before that?
Your own experience. Do you have your own experience on this?
On what? Analayo?
Analayo, yeah.
Analayo means no worry, right? Okay, I don't have worry now because I have nothing to worry. So if you have something that you have to worry about, that's something. If you have nothing, then there's nothing to worry about.
How about Visuddhi? Is it same meaning?
Visuddhi means purity, purity of mind, free from defilement, no greed, hate, no delusion. It's called Visuddhi.
So what is the experience? Is this got something unforgotten experience, or if?
It's the result of your meditation practice. Eventually your mind will become pure from defilement. And now your mind is defiled with defilement, such as greed, hatred, and delusion. But as you practice meditation, then you will eventually get rid of all this greed, hate, and delusion from your mind. And your mind becomes Visuddhi, becomes pure.
Is that easy to reach there or difficult to get?
It depends on each individual. Some people can do it easily, and some people can do it. Find it very hard to do. It depends. Not the same with everybody.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Next is Jason Ong. Jason from Singapore.
Good evening, Tanajan. No, I'm from Penang, Malaysia.
From Penang, I'm sorry.
How are you, Tanajan?
Good, thank you.
Tonight I have no question, Tanajan, just listening to the Dhamma talk.
Okay. And then we go to Soling then.
Thank you.
Okay, Soling and her daughter, how are you?
Hello, Tanajan. We are good, thank you. We are listening, thank you.
Okay, no question.
No question today.
Okay, next is ST from Singapore. ST.
Hi, evening, Ajahn. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, no questions this evening. Thank you.
I see, okay. Then who else is next? Let me see. Carol. Carol, you're next. Are you hearing? You seem to be closing your eyes, maybe meditating. Oh, Carol, can you hear now? Please unmute. Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Penang, Malaysia. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no questions to ask. Just listen to your talk.
Okay then. Let me go to Hui Fong. Hui Fong, you want to come in or you just want to listen? I think. Okay, I guess everybody has a chance to ask a question. So now maybe the next is to go to Facebook question from Facebook. Kunla.
Yes. We have 6 questions from Facebook, Tanajan. The first question from Selani. Dear Pante, I am Selani from Sri Lanka. Please let me know what is the Buddhist teaching on putting someone on ventilator, knowing that at one point you may have to give your consent to stop the machine. Should we not go down that path or nature take its naturally course? Please advise.
Well, it depends on the patient. First of all, whether the patient wants to be treated that way or not. If the patient wants to be treated, if you are a nurse or a doctor, then you have to do your duty. You just have to treat your patient until to the point where you find it impossible to treat them. Then you just have to stop the treatment. That's all. It's not killing when you stop the treatment.
And next question from Po Liang Soon. What is the meaning of equanimity in the term of meditation?
It's ubekha, when the mind becomes non-reactive emotionally. The mind does not react with hate, love, hate, fear, or delusion. It's called equanimity. This is the result from getting into the 4th jhana, when the mind becomes still and not reacting emotionally.
Next question from Kachi Chong. If a person who is born with Down syndrome and cannot be cured in this present life, will this person reborn with this type of mind or mentality illness again?
Well, when you die, then when you're born again, it depends on your karma, whether your bad karma still have the same intensity to produce the same result or not. See? So it depends on just how much karma you have left, how much bad karma you have left.
Another question from Ho Liang Soon. What is the meaning of creating mindfulness while meditating? As I understand, we must let it go naturally while meditating.
I don't know. See, you don't create when you meditate. You have to have mindfulness. You have to use mindfulness to meditate, to bring the mind into calm. So it's the practicing of mindfulness that makes you able to meditate.
Next question from Xiao. I have permission from a Bhante to obtain relic of an Arahant which he has. May I know the main purpose to keep relics of Arahant?
Just to instill your faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. That to prove that the teaching of the Buddha is true, that it can make a person becomes an Arahant. So it can then give you a sense of what you call confidence, that if you follow the teaching of the Buddha, you might be able to become an Arahant one day yourself.
Another question from Po Liang Soon. What is Ubekha?
I just answered this question. Ubekha is neutral. The mind doesn't react with love, hate, fear, or delusion.
And last question from Liao Ying Meng. What is the difference between attention and consciousness? Thank you.
I don't know. This is English word. You want me to translate English word into English? You can better look up in the dictionary. So if you use a Pali word, then I might be able to explain to you, because the English word I'm not sure what it is referring to, the Pali word, which Pali word it is referring to.
That's all, Ajahn.
Okay. Somebody raised their hand earlier, screen check. Oh, Jason, go ahead, Jason.
Sorry, Ajahn, can I ask a question regarding my practice, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Last time when I practice, I'm highlighted to Ajahn that I got this energy flow in my body, and then after that I come out from the meditations, I felt 2 days continuously the energy flow. And I have been practicing meditation almost every day, and now it's getting more, even though it's like sticks to me in my body. So like if I walk in the daytime or do anything, if I quiet down my mind a bit, I can feel it at the background. I'm not sure I understand this. I can understand when I come up from the meditation, it still flows through my body. So I was thinking, I just noticing it, I'm not bothered about it. Is that right way to do it?
That's right.
Just knowing.
Just treat it as anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Yeah, just noticing it. This is really not, to me, this is really nothing. Just take note of it only.
Yeah.
Maybe I've opened up, I don't know, the valve of energy or something like that. I'm not sure.
Just wait and see. Just watch and see what's going to happen next.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Don't imagine, don't speculate. Just see things as they are.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody would like to ask questions, please raise your hand and unmute the microphone. Nobody? Okay,
Belinda.
Tan Ajahn, this coming Sunday is 1 year anniversary of passing of my father. And it also happened, we have the condition to do a retreat on this coming Good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I have signed up a retreat with Ajahn Kalyano, one of the Forest Sangha. So I like to ask Lompo, any advice for me on how to commemorate this 1 year and my father's passing of 1 year's anniversary?
Well, if you want to share the merit, you should do charity. Give something away, and then you get this sense of happiness and fulfillment. And you can share this sense of fulfillment and happiness with the departed person. But as far as practicing meditation, you are doing more for yourself. Okay.
Also about the vaccine, I thank Claudia for her sharing, and I don't feel as much worries. I feel like I live in Akaliko, the present moment, and if the internship will be somewhere next month, I don't know where I will be, but I'm not worried about the vaccine now. So I feel better after talking about this vaccine thing, and the decision is making based on facts. So I'm not too worried about the vaccine now, and I'm happy that Claudia and the rest we all shared. Yes, so how
they can be your guinea pigs, right?
Yeah, it's many factors. The government has given clear like what kind of symptoms that we are not encouraged to take the vaccines.
Yes.
Yes, so it's just based on that. So I think I shouldn't be too worried ahead. And when it comes, and I will think about it again, how it goes. So nothing to worry. Akaliko for everybody.
Okay. Maybe this is one of the benefit we get from group counseling.
Yes.
Joining this Dhamma talk, get a lot of encouragement from each other.
Yes. Thank the brothers, Dhamma brothers, sisters. It's very encouraging. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Any question? Nobody? All right then. I think it's good time for us to call this meeting to an end. And I hope I'll see you again next week. In the meantime, be safe, be well, and be mindful, and keep on practicing. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Tan Ajahn.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Amin. Bye.
Bye.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.